This afternoon, I drove 2.5 hours to Big Sur, picking up a friend of the website along the way. Jessica, our casual encounter, suggested I enjoy some of the beautiful parks, and I told her to come along for the ride. During our hike, I got a chance to converse with our friend about many different topics. Because Jessica wants to remain anonymous, photos of today's journey will accompany our conversation. How many people have you had a casual encounter with?
On Craigslist?
Yes.
Two.
Two. And this went to the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
And how were they in terms of the sex and
Fun.
fun? Really?
I mean, people bar hopping are definitely, it's going to be very awkward if you're talking. So let's go back to my place, and I like it a little this way. But I tend, you don't really get into those conversations. And because at first, you are responding to an ad, you are talking by email. It actually lets you kind of search out those things first. So
It allows you to say what you want. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly. And yes. And, you can ask, well, what are you expecting? Because you might be expecting something that I'm completely not cool with.
I can kind of see where Jessica's coming from, but doesn't the rest of the world think she's sort of a slut?
I started talking with people, and there's this assumption that because I use Craigslist, I'm either really young, I'm really slutty, I'm really, it's this list of all these things I must really be because I do this. I consider myself pretty normal, and I think most of the people who talk to me would probably say the same thing too.
Normal? Prove it.
Hiking, volunteering. I volunteer. Yay, I'm a good citizen. Lots of solitary activities. Crafts. I sew. Made paper. I do a lot of crafts. That's sad.
Okay, a good citizen, I will give you that, but do you consider yourself a bit of a loner?
Older people love telling me I'm so personable and I'm so put together and I'm so sweet and oh my gosh, everybody, why don't you have a boyfriend? Well, for one, I don't want one at the moment, but I mean, let's start with a friend, Christ. At one point, I feel like I must be wildly insufficient in that area. And another point, I don't feel like I am.
Do you think that Craigslist is enabling this? Or is it irrelevant?
Bar hopping is not my scene at all. And I don't see the importance in developing a skill that, ultimately isn't going to be very important to me. I mean, hey, yeah, sex is fun, but it's not everything. And really, do I want to be highly developed and picking up strange men, I mean, the whole thing with Craigslist is a convenience. I can stay home and I can, if I'm actually searching for something, I can look around and I can do it, while playing with my cat, finishing my homework, making some gingerbread, and wearing my comfy clothes, and not have to worry about a bunch of drunk people in a bar and anything. It's lovely. And yeah.
It sounds like you have something against drinking. If I was at a bar, what could I buy you?
I like gin and tonics, beer. I don't know, mainly gin and tonic. I like gin and tonic.
So you do get out sometimes. Tell me a funny story if you have one from your latest bar trip.
Oh, he was so cute in a creepy, older, smelled like booze sort of way. But he comes up, you have a great nose. Thank you? No, thank your mother. Like, is he hitting on me or my mother who's currently not with me? It's a little weird.
So clearly there are some creeps that are keeping you away from the pubs. But do you feel like you're missing out? Or like you're opting out of society entirely?
Do I think society's lessened by, in some way, or missing out because I'm not in a bar looking for a casual hookup and using the internet instead? No, not really. I don't know. I don't know how to go into a bar and, put off that I'm here for a casual encounter vibe. I don't know how that goes. I don't know. It's a mysterious mating dance. I don't quite understand. And yet...
Now, I just had one last question that I had to ask. Just to establish that you're not a Craigslist slut or a slut at all, would you mind telling me your number?
My number? I have to think. Including Craigslist?
Yes, including Craigslist.
Outside of Craigslist, 6. Including Craigslist, 2 more, so 8.
And when did you lose your virginity?
When I was 17.
17.
I'm 24 now.
Who is that to? I mean, you don't have to go into names or details, but this is...
What, who did I lose my virginity to?
You knew, I'm assuming.
Yes, somebody I knew and loved very much.
This is a boyfriend?
we still talk.
Good.
He does not know about Craigslist.